Hi friends, today we will discuss 40 very important MCQs of English literature. So let's start our video. So first MCQ is who wrote the Rape of Lucrece? So we have three options: Shakespeare, Pope and Dryden. So over here A is the correct option. Besides writing 37 plays, William Shakespeare also wrote two narrative poems. One was The Rape of Lucrece and the other was Venus and Adonis. The preface to Shakespeare is written by Dr. Johnson, T.S. Eliot or Dryden. So preface to Shakespeare was actually written by Dr. Johnson. So over here A is the correct option. Tradition and individual talent is written by Dryden, Tennyson or T.S. Eliot. Well, this work, Tradition and Individual Talent, uh, was a work belonged to criticism, and it was written by T.S. Eliot in the modern literature, who is labeled as misanthropist. So again, we have three options: Jonathan Swift, Milton, or John Bunyan. So Jonathan Swift is regarded as a misanthropist in English literature, and his famous work, The Gulliver Travels, and especially the fourth voyage to Houyhnhnms. Uh, According to that voyage, we can guess in our mind that Jonathan Swift is a misanthropist and he is portraying a very negative picture of the European people. Wordsworth chooses to write poetry for city man, village man, or ancient man. So, Wordsworth was a lover of nature and he was a poet of common people. So, over here, B, the village man, is the correct option. Who called tragedy as an imitation of action? Well, this famous definition of tragedy was given by Aristotle. So over here, A is the correct option. Who was against poetry? We have three options: Aristotle, Tennyson, Plato. So Plato was the one who was against poetry, and in his famous work, The Republic, he has given no place to the poets, and he said that if I would make a society, if I would make a perfect society, so in my society there will be no place for poets. So Plato was actually against poetry. Wuthering Heights is the only novel of Emily Bronte, Anne Bronte, or Charlotte Bronte. So these three were basically sisters. So Wuthering Height is the only novel of Emily Bronte. A option is the correct option. Although Charlotte Bronte wrote uh, many novels, and her sister Anne Bronte has quite a significant work in English literature, but her sister Emily Bronte wrote only one novel, Wuthering Height, and this novel became a classic novel in English literature. The Frankenstein is written by Mary Shelley, Fanny Burney, Maria Edgeworth. So Frankenstein uh, is a famous and a classic novel in English literature, and it was written by Mary Shelley. So we know that Mary Shelley was the wife of P.B. Shelley, and Mary Shelley was uh, the daughter of William Godwin, and her mother was famous feminist writer. Her mother was Mary Wollstonecraft. Mary Wollstonecraft also wrote The Vindication of the Rights of Women. So the Frankenstein, if we return to our MCQs, so the Frankenstein was written by Mary Shelley. A option is the correct one. A dominant theme in Hardy's novel is naturalism, fatalism, capitalism. So B option is the correct one. The dominant theme that we find in Hardy's novel is fatalism. Who promoted the doctrine of utilitarianism? Ruskin, Tennyson, or Russell? So over here, A is the correct option. In Memoriam is an elegy, novel, or drama. So, in Memoriam was written by Alfred Tennyson, and it is an elegy. So, in English literature or in words literature, elegy is a sad song which is written on the death of someone. So, In Memoriam by Alfred Tennyson is a famous elegy in English literature. Mr. and Mrs. Bennet had daughters, five, four, or three. So, in Pride and Prejudice novel, Mr. and Mrs. Bennet had five daughters, and the names of these daughters were Jane Bennet, Elizabeth Bennet, um, Maria Bennet, Lydia, and Charlotte Bennet. So these fives were the daughters of Mr. and Mrs. Bennet, who is famous for showing London life. We have three options: Hardy, Dickens, or Thackeray. So Dickens is the correct option. Dickens show the life of London in his novels. Who wrote "The earth is human, to forgive is divine"? Very famous line in English literature, and this line was written by Alexander Pope. Alexander Pope, in his essay on criticism, has written this famous line. Next MCQ is Samuel Beckett was born in 1906, 1907, 1908. So over here, A is the correct option. Samuel Beckett was born in 1906. So we know that Samuel Beckett is very famous for his play Waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot has become one of the most famous plays in modern literature, and it has layers and layers of interpretations and themes. So that single drama, Waiting for Godot, has made Samuel Beckett an immortal figure in English literature. Famous romantic poets were six, four, or three. So basically, the famous romantic poets were six. So the six poets were William Wordsworth, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, William Blake, P.B. Shelley, John Keats, and Lord Byron. So these six were the famous romantic poets. The proper study of mankind is man is said by Hardy, Pope, or Thackeray. So Pope is the correct option. This was the doctrine and the main theme of the poetry of Alexander Pope. Age of Milton is also called Age of Reason, Age of Puritanism, or Modern Age. So, Age of Milton is also called the Age of Puritanism. So, over here, B is the correct option. So, if we study uh, the English literature, so we will find that during this time, during this age of Puritanism, Oliver Cromwell uh, ruled England like a dictator, and Milton was a close friend of Oliver Cromwell. So, in this scenario, on this circumstance, and on this condition, on this situation, William Blake has written this famous line that Milton was of the devil's party without knowing it. So I want to say that age of Milton is called age of Puritanism, and Milton was a friend of Oliver Cromwell. A Thing of Beauty is a Joy Forever is sent by John Keats, P.B. Shelley, or Byron. So, A Thing of Beauty is a Joy Forever is said by John Keats. Andrea del Sarto is written by Pope, Dryden, or Browning. So, Andrea del Sarto is written by Robert Browning. All that glitters is not gold is present in Comedy of Errors, Merchant of Venice, or Tempest. Well, this famous line or this famous proverb that has become in English language and English literature All that glitters is not gold is actually present in Merchant of Venice. So B option is the correct one. Which romantic poet is called escapist? So we have three options: John Keats, William Wordsworth, Byron. So escapist is the one who escaped from the real world to the imaginary world. So John Keats is still regarded uh, if you read his poetry, you will find that John Keats is an escapist because in his poetry he escapes from the real world into an imaginary world. Which romantic poet became famous during his lifetime? Well, very important MCQ. This is in English literature. We have three options: Keats, Shelley, or Byron. So, actually, during his lifetime, only Lord Byron became famous uh, romantic poet, and he has written this line that I wake up one morning and found myself famous. He became extremely famous due to his work Child Harold. So over here, C is the correct option. Lord Byron was the only romantic poet who became famous during his lifetime. Eden Heath is a background created by Hardy, Dryden, or Dickens. So this background was created by Thomas Hardy, and Eden Heath is present in The Return of the Native. Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. This is present in Ode on a Grecian Urn, Ode to Nightingale, Ode to Autumn. So, this famous line, heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter, this is present in Ode on a Grecian Urn, and this Ode on a Grecian Urn was written by John Keats. The Ring and the Book is written by Keats, Browning, or Byron. So, this famous work, The Ring and the Book, this was actually an anthology and it was written by Robert Browning. The Last Ride Together is written by Keats, Browning, or Byron. So, again, uh, B option is the correct one. The Last Ride Together was written by, this was actually a poem and it was written by Robert Browning. Song of Experience came in 1794, 1789, 1798. So Song of Experience came in 1794. This was the completely different book to the book that came in 1789. In 1789, the Song of Innocence came. So the Song of Experience shows us a mature world, but the Songs of Experience was a childish word, and both these works were written by William Blake. Who represent pride in Pride and Prejudice? Darcy, Elizabeth, or Jane? So Darcy represents pride in this novel, the Pride and Prejudice. In the very early part of the novel, we learned that Darcy refuses to dance with Elizabeth, and because of this incident, everybody present over there considered him uh, the proud man in the whole community. Byron wrote Child Harold in 1812, 1813, 1814. So over here A is the correct option. Byron wrote Child Harold in 1812. Who deals with the theme love and marriage? Jane Austen, George Eliot, or Fanny Burney? So love and marriage, this theme was dealt in the novels of Jane Austen. So A option over here is the correct one. Who killed King Claudius in Hamlet? We have three options: Hamlet, Laertes, Polonius. So King Claudius was killed by Hamlet. So A option is the correct one. We, if we read this tragedy, we will learn that King Claudius was the uncle of Hamlet, and King Claudius killed the father of Hamlet, and then he became the king of Denmark. T.S. Eliot was a classist, romantic, or both. So T.S. Eliot was a classist. So A option is the correct one. Robert Frost is a poet of nature, country life, or city life. So Robert Frost is a famous poet of country life. So B option is the correct one. Santiago could not catch fish for 84 days, 82 days, 86 days. Well, uh, The Old Man and the Sea is a famous American novel, and it was written by Ernest Hemingway. In that novel, we learned that the hero, Santiago, is an old man who could not catch fish for 84 days. So, A option is the correct one. Santiago did not catch fish for 84 days, and on the 85th day uh, he finally caught a big fish, but unfortunately that didn't he was unsuccessful in defending that big fish because sharks attack on that big fish, and ultimately he lost that fish in the end. Lucy Gray is a poem by Robert Browning, William Wordsworth, or John Keats. So, Lucy Gray is a famous poem in English literature, and it was written by William Wordsworth. So, B option is the correct one. David Copperfield is written by Dickens, Joyce, or Virginia Woolf. So, David Copperfield is an is a famous novel written by Dickens, and many critics believe that this David Copperfield novel is actually an autobiography of Charles Dickens' life. Hero and Hero Worship is written by Thomas Carlyle, Russell, or Ruskin. So, Hero and Hero Worship is a work written by Thomas Carlyle. Well, Thomas Carlyle is a famous writer in English literature, and he believed that if you want to correct the whole world, we need a hero. We need a hero, and that hero will purify this world, will bring peace into this world. So, this was the doctrine, or this was the idea uh, in most of the works of Thomas Carlyle. Maggie is the central character of A Mill on the Floors, Adam Bede, or Silas Marner. So, uh, these three novels are written by George Eliot, but the character of Maggie appears in the novel A Mill on the Floors. And if we go down deep in this character Maggie, so we will find that Maggie is actually George Eliot her own herself. So, A Mill on the Floors is an autobiography of George Eliot's own life. So, with this, I have come to the end. Thank you so much for watching this video.